What's up, everybody? Look, see these right here?
No.
It takes a couple minutes, bud. These right here, these are super dark circles under my eyes, and I love every minute of it. That's right. I can sleep when I'm dead. Seriously, struggling right now. Just flew in from Arizona, and just keep checking it for me. Keep checking it. It should come up, right?
Just go like that.
Oh, I'm going to keep refreshing. Isn't it great when your 12-year-old teaches you how to use YouTube?
It's awesome.
No, you're not getting paid.
You see the painting.
Oh, I thought you said it is too. It's right here. Okay. So I'm going to turn this down because I'm going to try to follow it on my phone because I'm just not hip with the times, guys. I'm still trying to work on how to see people chatting on here. So if you are here, tell me something that you are super excited about for this year, because you know the PZ New Year has started, and we just got back from reunion. We just saw our live catalog launch. It was awesome. Phoenix, Arizona. What? So, oh my goodness, my kids are fighting already. I've been home for like an hour. It's good to be home. Such love, such love. All right. So we are going to jump right in. I am going to click over. We're going to get started. All right. Okay. Let me just back up because I'm so excited. Like I really am. Although I'm super have tired face, I am so excited. We are not going to do a rally recap tonight. We are going to do a rally recap. Our team has decided to do something a little different. We're going to break everything down into little snippets, like 10 to 15-minute things about all of the awesomeness that we encountered while we were on this amazing journey of knowledge, right? So it's called our family reunion because that is exactly, I took my mom this time. So my husband has come for the last several years. This time I took my mom and she was like, holy crap, this is crazy. She's like, there is so much like love. And she's like, this is like a family here. Like everybody wants everybody else to like succeed. And she's like, it's just such a great feeling. She's like, you could totally feel the energy, which is our theme for this year, feel the energy. So we are super excited to share. That's what it is, share the energy. So we are getting ready to do that. I'm trying really hard to talk over the fact that my children are crying downstairs while I am doing my training video. So someone's getting yelled at once I get off of here. Yeah. Okay. So let's chat a little bit about goal setting because that's what's super important, guys. So there's so many great things that are coming up right now. We have an incentive trip. Oh my God, I can't. Okay. So we are briefly, let me just go back for a second because obviously I have no self-control. We are going to, let me see. I know I have it. That's not it. We went to the Grand Canyon. Oh my gosh. This is our incentive trip. Okay. So I don't know if you can see this little person right here. Use your imagination. This little person right here, it's you. Yeah. So this is what we're doing. We're flying into St. Thomas, and we are getting on private yachts. That is correct. You heard me correctly. Yachts. And we are island hopping. See all these little yachts right here? Boo, 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 boo. Yeah, that's going to be us. The great thing is, guys, if 50 people earn it, 50 people go. If 1,000 people earn it, 1,000 people go. Yes, it is going to be so much fun. Island hopping on a yacht with some of your closest friends. Come on now. Like, how awesome is that? Okay, so to do something like this, and we have a whole nother training that we're going to share about incentive. Whether you want to earn a trip for one, whether you want to earn it for two, whether you want to pay cash for Christmas, whether you want to pay your electric bill every month, you want to save for a new car, you want a cleaning lady, whatever it is that you want, we got to get it out there. Okay. So, do you know some like ridiculously large portion of people in the world like don't set goals? I don't remember exactly. For some reason, I want to say only 16% of people set goals. And one of the reasons why people do not set goals is because they are afraid to fail, right? And I will be the first person to jump in and be like, I failed. Listen, guys, sometimes you don't reach your goal. You never change your goal, you change your plan. So we're going to talk about planning and goal setting right now. So just kind of keep that in the back of your head, what it is you think you want to be working towards. Is it the trip? Is it saving for a house? Is it finally being able to quit your job and be a stay-at-home parent? Is it being able to take a family vacation once a year or twice a year or 3 times a year? Whatever it might be, you need to write it down. Okay. So let's back up. We kind of do goal setting twice. Let's say we do goal setting around this time of year, and then we kind of reevaluate those goals at the first of the year. So many people, right? First of the year, it's a fresh start. It's a new year. That's when they tend to kind of make their, weight loss goals, healthy living, community, whatever you want to do. But this time of year is when we really start to work on our pink zebra goals, because our new fiscal year starts on July 1st and it goes until June 30th. So a couple things, and I do want you to stick around, guys, because we're going to talk about those goals. And then I am going to briefly talk to you a little bit about what one of the points that Justin Prince has made. So we want to make sure that we are making our goals smarter. So I'm sure you've heard the acronym SMART goals, but we're going to add that ER onto there. And we're going to give you some helpful tips and tricks to really keep you on track. So that S stands for specific, and you want to make sure that your goal is specific. So you want to be very detailed, see what you want in your mind, right? Visualization. Guys, if you could have felt the energy that was going on with our speakers, it was awesome. Dr. Laura Cole, she was very spiritual and just really about manifesting things. And look, I'm going to tell you a story. It's kind of about manifesting things, manifesting what you want in life. All right. And it's crazy, guys, right? I mean, I've seen her 3 times. I believe it. I'm a firm believer in manifesting what you want. Hence us taking a 2-year travel trip across the US in our RV. I did a lot of manifesting for that. Vision boards, Pinterest pages. Like I manifested the crap out of that goal. So we're sitting at dinner, and Lindsay's sitting next to me, and she's like, man, this Mexican food is so good. We have fajitas and stuff. She's like, it's so good. The only thing that would make this better would be a margarita. That margarita would really seal the deal on this. It would just make it so much better. I'm not kidding you. 5 minutes later, right? Because she didn't think that if she went to the bar where we were at this outside venue, that they would have the ability to put together margaritas. She didn't ask for one. She got a different drink. And 5 minutes later, our friend Beth walked over and said, hey, what are you drinking? And she said, I got rum and Coke. And she goes, oh, I got this margarita. And Lindsay's like, I'll taste it. She goes, I just don't know if I like it. Lindsay's like, I'll taste it. And Lindsay's like, you want to trade? Because it was so good. So she turns and looks at me and goes, I manifested the crap out of that margarita. So a few minutes later, my mom's walking around, don't judge, guys, with 2 glasses of wine. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. She has 2 glasses of wine, and she's like, I can't drink both of these glasses of wine. So our friend Danielle was sitting at another table looking at the line for the bar and was like, man, I really wanted another glass of wine, but that line is just so long. Who shows up at her table? Betty Pretty, and is like, I have an extra glass of wine. Does anybody want it? So I know it sounds trivial, right? It sounds like, okay, it just happens to be with drinks. But those 2 are thinking and thinking and thinking about those particular beverages, those libations, and the universe, the higher power, whomever you want to refer to it as, they put those people in their path, and boom, they get those drinks. So manifesting can go both ways, guys, when it comes to your goals. So you want to make sure that you're manifesting the positive things. So when you are writing these goals and you're being specific, talk about the things that you do want to have. not the things that you don't want to have. Because sometimes the universe can't always understand. It can't, it just hears the words. It doesn't always hear that don't in there. So making sure that we're keeping your goals positive, specific, be detailed, visualize what it is. A broad goal is going to leave room for you to put it on the back burner. So if you are looking at it from a party standpoint, we don't want to say things like, yeah, I want to have a couple parties this month. Every month I want to just do a couple parties. I want some extra money. Okay, that is going to leave this wide gap where you're just going to have such a hard time. I am so sorry, guys. Hang on one second. Hey, my children, Arabella, you're going to need to go to your room. Thank you. Okay, I can't handle the crying. I apologize. So we want to make sure that you adjust it to fit what your need is and what you're striving for to get that something bigger and something better. Our M stands for measurable. So how are you going to measure if you've reached this goal or not? How are you going to know if it's been accomplished? Do you want to save for a new car? If so, how much are you saving? How will you know if that's enough? I mean, this step is going to take a little bit of time, guys. You might have to do some research. So if you're saving for that car, what kind of car is it? Go online, figure it out. How much is it going to cost you every month for that payment? What color interior do you want to have? What's the term? What's your interest rate going to be? How much of a down payment do you want? Okay, really just getting the research together. And then how will you know if you've reached that goal? Well, you're going to know if you reach that goal because that vehicle is going to be in your driveway. And that one's kind of an easier measurable, but let's look at parties as your goal to have 4 parties a month. Okay. How are you going to know if you've had those parties? Okay. You're going to see if you're going to have 4 parties that close. So making sure that it is something that you can measure. The A stands for attainable. And I really want you to be real here. So is your goal achievable? So if you joined Pink Zebra yesterday, you cannot jump in and say, I would like to be an executive manager next month. All right. That is unattainable. It's not something that could possibly happen in 30 days, especially because you have to qualify for 2 months in a row to certain team sales. So we want to make sure that it is attainable. Again, 27-year-old attorney that wants to run for the president of the United States. Yeah, you can't do that because you have to be 35 to be able to run for the presidency. So making sure it is something that you can reach out and grab. Making sure that it's relevant, all right? Does your goal make sense for your big picture? Is it result-based? Is it something that you actually have control over? And, I brought up parties earlier today and, there are certain times where you don't have control over how many parties you have on the books for the month. But what you do have control over is how many people you reach out to service as a hostess, as customers. You do have control over that. So that is something, that could help you in attaining that particular goal of having so many parties a month, whatever it might be. T stands for time bound. This is super important, like wicked important, guys. You need a time frame. You see all these steps are tied together. And if you don't have a time frame, it's very easy to make excuses or forget. So maybe, with this, we're looking at accountability, limited. I'm tired, but I'm excited. Little accountability when there is no time frame. So if you're looking for a promotion, don't just say, I want to promote this fall. Don't just say, I want to promote sometime this year. Okay, when? And don't be afraid. Listen, if you are making it attainable, if you're looking at your team and your numbers and you're like, wow, dude, you know what? I could totally, if I bust my butt, I can make it to manager in September. And you know what? My plan B is going to be October. All right. And you're going to put all of these steps in place, right? Because that's attainable. That's relevant. You're giving yourself a time. It's measurable, right? It's specific. You're laying all of that out. if you can do that and you fail, you tweak your plan, okay? Because you've already gone in here, you're like, all right, plan B, I give it an extra month if I have to. The worst thing that can happen is you quit, right? And you don't know if maybe just a little bit more could have gotten you to that goal. So hang on one second, guys. I'm gonna need someone to let the dog out front real quick. Thank you. We want to make sure that we are evaluating as well. So this step comes a little bit later. So usually the SMART goals stop at T. We are looking at adding the ER. So not literally the ER. We don't want you going there. This is going to happen a little bit later on. Maybe it's a week later. Maybe you're doing it monthly. But at some point in time, a time that you have already designated, because remember, we want things to be time bound here. You're going to step back from the situation. You're going to evaluate your situation and evaluate where you are in your plan. You know I love planning. Evaluate where you are in your plan to reach that goal. And then the last one is R. So R is review. And here we've already evaluated, right? Now we kind of need to review that plan of action. We don't want to ever change our goal, guys. We may need to change the plan or how we get there. And that review is where that happens. So we are looking at working smarter, right? We're setting smarter goals, work smarter, play harder, go pink. That was for you, Mary. Okay, so while we were away, we took this amazing personality test that I'm not gonna lie, I hated it the first time I took it. And I was like, this isn't me. And then I was like, oh wait, yeah, it's totally me. So we will post a link on our team page for that if anybody wants to take it. And it tells you what your color is. And I'm a yellow, and yellow people are adventurous and they like to have fun and make friends and like kind of social and stuff like that. White was peacemakers, right? They're the kind of ones that they're your friends are kind of like smoothing things over all the time. It's going to be all right. It's okay. Red people are like, look, this is what's going to happen. This is when we're going to do it. Bam, bam, bam. And the blues are kind of like, well, I want to know why this is happening. And I want to know how this is happening. Those kind of people. So, and the majority of people in, I guess, alive are blue. That is the most popular area. So we had to come up with kind of like a tagline, and ours was work smarter, play harder. Because you know us yellows, we like to play. Go pink. So that's where that came from. And guys, keep in mind, I'm trying my darndest to hold the squirrels at bay right now because I'm super tired. I definitely feel jet lagged already. Actually, I never feel like I recovered from that first flight to Phoenix. But yeah, so that's our smarter about our goals, which leads me into, just quickly, look, one page, boom, into our our first talk with Justin Prince. If you don't know who Justin Prince is, you need to go find him because he is amazing. He just like opened up our mouths and just dumped energy and positivity and like kicking the pants, like everything, like right inside of us. I'm gonna try this one more time, guys. I apologize. Guys, I need someone to take Gino out. Thank you. I don't think they heard. Okay, pause. Somebody take Gino out, please. Now. Okay, I'm coming back. Oh no, that's I'm coming up. Okay, so Justin Prince. I'm back, guys. Don't worry. Justin Prince. He really talked a lot about John Maxwell's rule of 5. And if you are a John Maxwell fan, he's going to have a new direct sales book coming out. Read 5 Stages of Leadership. Listen to how successful people grow. He's great. They're books on CD. I love books, or books on tape, whatever you want to call them. MP3. Love. Okay. So let's talk about that for a second, because this goes hand in hand with goal setting. Now, I'm not going to go into his spiel on chopping down the tree. All right. But essentially it goes down to this, guys. Okay, maybe I should, because that's kind of a really good analogy. So you talked about this tree, right? And you go out every day and you put 5 whacks into it, cut it down. Eventually, you're doing that 5 whacks every day with an axe. Eventually, that tree is going to fall down. So we talked about the rule of 5. Now, you want to, okay, sorry, again, looking at my notes for the first time since we've done these. We want to make sure that you know what you want, okay? When you're talking about your rule of 5, you want to have the right tools, okay? So yeah, chopping down a tree with an axe is totally going to get that tree down. Chopping that tree down with a butter knife, that might take a whole hell of a lot longer. Using a toothbrush, probably not the right tool, right? Okay, so having the right tools, being focused. Now, I don't mean Jessica's got squirrels running around, so she's not focused. Sometimes I feel like I have squirrels because I am focused on one thing and all these other things are like feeding into that. So we want to make sure that we're kind of laser focused on whatever it is that we are working towards. And his example was Richard Branson from Virgin. Oh my gosh, my kids are seriously beating the heck out of each other. Like they are in so much trouble when I get off of this call. I am so sorry. So we're going to stay laser focused. He talked about people wanting to hear this man speak, offering him a ton of money, his people coming back and saying, sorry, he can't, offering him more money. Sorry, he can't, offering more money. Sorry, he can't. Sorry, he can't. Until it was like this extraordinary amount of money. And here's the deal. He had 3 things that he was focusing on, and talking to this particular group was not a part of that. He needed to stay laser focused. Look, I'm a multitasker. I'm a kind of work at home mom with a side hustle here, 2 kids. I'm a chauffeur. I drive, people crazy. I'm kidding. When I say chauffeur, I mean I chauffeur my own children. That I'm constantly feeling like I am running every which way. So really getting it on paper and getting my plan down is what is going to help stay focused. Staying consistent. All right. Talked about that tree, whacking that tree every 5 days or 5 times every day. Okay. What's going to happen if you whack that tree trunk for 3 days and then like a month later, like you're like, oh, I forgot for the last month. Okay. So no, we want to make sure that we're doing something, staying consistent, doing it every day. Persist until you succeed. So staying focused is being laser focused. I'm sorry, being focused is being laser focused. Staying consistent is staying focused. And if you're doing those things and you're not giving up, right? Like you're chopping that tree down and chopping, and you're like, man, maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. If you just keep persisting until you succeed, you're going to succeed, right? All right. And think about that number 2, because this kind of goes along with our smarter goals. Have the right tools. That's your plan. If your plan is not working, if your tool is not working, then we gotta rearrange that toolbox and get you something that is going to work a little bit better. Now, he had an amazing like aha moment type of thing when he talked about we are the only species out there that limits our potential. So a lion doesn't talk about, he can only roar so loud. He just roars. What was the other one? A cheetah doesn't say, it's only this fast. It just runs, right? But we are the only species out there that really limits our potential. So John Maxwell's 5 things that he does every day. Okay. The rule of 5 is 5 things every day. And guys, I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to have to do with how bad you want to reach that goal. Okay. Because you might have to sacrifice something, right? You might not be able to watch 4 hours of television every day, or Candy crushing. Is candy crushing still like a big thing? Whatever game it is you're playing on your phone, like Sudoku, whatever. Sorry, Mom, you play that, so that's why I said it. Blocks, that's kind of my new thing, but I do give myself like 10 minutes a day to play it because I really think that it does like help my focus a little bit. Anyways, so John Maxwell, 5 things he does every day. 1, he reads. Okay, nobody's telling you got to read a book in a day. No one's telling you to read for an hour, but allowing yourself some allotted time. Remember, we want to have time is a big thing, guys. Allowing yourself to read. He thinks every day. I know that sounds crazy, right? Thinks every day. He files every day. He asks questions every day, and he writes every day. He's like hundreds of books on leadership. I mean, it's crazy. So those are the 5 things that John Maxwell does every day. Now, Justin Prince was nice enough to share with us the 5 things that he does every day, and he's so cute. He's so cute. He is super, super smart too. Like crazy. I know I said it. He's just dumping that energy right inside of you. And it's just pouring out of your eyes, like literally pouring out of my eyes. Like it was great. Pouring out of your eyes, your ears, your nose, you're sweating positive, just awesomeness at this point in time. But he did tell us he has 5 things that he does every day. He studies. Okay, so that could be reading, right? He sweats, works out. He smiles all the time. He was like such like a kind and like good person. You just kind of wanted to talk, like he just had that great aura about him. You just want to like go in and be like, yeah, I'll tell you my life story right now. Like he's just like a nice person. He serves. Now that could be his community, that could be his family, that could be God. And he strives. So he's kind of always pushing himself for that next thing. This is another good one. The most underutilized tool in your business is your heart, right? So this was the kick in the pants, guys. He kind of had us do this 3 times. And it was extremely, extremely empowering. And I'm not gonna lie, like the first time I felt like the dad on Elf, who like is just kind of mouthing the words at the end, he's just singing. He's not really singing, and his kid calls him out on it, and it was him and his song that really helped Santa's sleigh like get going, right? Sorry, I love Will Ferrell movies. But before I tell you what that is, I do want you to take some time today or tomorrow or whenever you watch this and think of your 5. What are your 5? What are the 5 things that you are going to do every day? And remember, guys, and this is something that we learned from both speakers. This is a whole self thing. This is your business is going to not function where it needs to be if you're not taking care of these other aspects of your life too, right? So reading and thinking and filing and asking questions and writing, those are all things that is getting John Maxwell's brain moving, his body moving, like he's just really in tune with himself. Justin's are the same thing, but kind of different. You know what I mean? I have not written my 5 yet. I will be doing that after a good night's sleep. But with that, so your challenge is to write your 5 things that you're going to do every day. That's your 5 whacks that you're doing on that tree every day. Your goal is that tree. So let's figure out what that tree is going to be. Your plan, that's your toolbox, right? So hopefully that we're using an axe. I mean, maybe it's a really sharp axe. Maybe it's a dull axe. We don't know. We're going to see how long it's taking for us to chop that tree down. Those 5 things that you're going to do every single day. Guys, it takes a little bit of time to create a habit. Don't give up on yourselves. All right. Get your 5 down. Put them somewhere where you can see. I don't care if you put them on your ceiling, so it's the first thing you see when you wake up in the morning. Put it on your mirror. Put it in your bathroom. Put it in your car. Put it on your refrigerator. Put it next to your coffee pot. Do it everywhere if you have to. But no matter what, don't not give yourself the chance to do this. So he ended it with this. He had us say it 3 times. The first time was I kind of whispered it, right? And then the second time I felt it. Like I felt it, but I couldn't get it all out because my eyes started to well up. and my voice started to quiver a little bit. And that third time, oh, you can bet your ass I belted it out. And then the tears came down. But it's okay. It is. So I'm going to end it with this. I am who I am. I'll be who I'll be. Today I am free. Say that. Say it 3 times. Say it in front of the mirror. Say it loud and proud. And if anybody looks at you funny while you're doing it, challenge them to say it too. You really want to get crazy? Hold hands with a bunch of other people. I know, right? Someone's like, I don't want to do that. That's like super kumbaya. I don't want to do it. Talk about an entire room of zebras holding hands and saying that together. You could feel the hair on your arms raised. Like it was crazy. It was crazy. So that's it, guys. Woo, 9:34. That's record time. That is just enough time. Hold on, you ready for it? Ready for it? Just enough time to fix this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right? Like, can you see it? It's so gross. I pray the girl that does my hair doesn't ever see this. So we had it smells so bad. We had an 80s theme after party. So one thing that this girl can do is rock an 80s theme. So I had this was like pulled up and like this was, so I used an entire travel aerosol container. I know, sorry universe. Aerosol container of hairspray in one night on this. So it could kind of break off right now. I'm going to go deep condition it before I go to bed. I'm going to snuggle with my babies because I can. And then I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to tell myself, I am who I am. I'll be who I will be. Today I am free. And I'm challenging all of you to jump on board with us, make your goals happen, make them smarter, hit up your rule of 5, and we'll go from there. So thanks, guys. Talk to you later.